The American College of Osteopathic Internists is seeking an executive director of the organization in 2020. The ACOI is the professional organization representing osteopathic internists and was established in 1923. The current administrative structure of the ACOI is comprised of Timothy McElroy McNichols, the Deputy Executive Director, Captain Susan Stacy, the Director of Administration and Finance, and Dr. Don the Wiz Nenonson, the Chief Science and Educational Officer. They are supported by a full staff of dedicated professionals that provide organizational services. The ACOI Board of Directors is comprised of a multi-specialty group of physicians who represent osteopathic internists from the United States. This dedicated group of internal medicine physicians work with and receive input from an outstanding succession of past presidents who have led the organization over the past. This fine group of visionary leaders have contributed to the growth of the organization and the annual conventions. In addition to the usual competencies that are part of the ingredients of a strong executive director, the cultural characteristics are essential for ACOI success. We have gained further insights as to how a successful candidate must consider.
Replacing Brian won't be easy. There are several criteria. Probably the most important one that I would say, and the one that probably will be the most difficult for us to find, will be somebody who has the perfect taste in single malt scotch, specifically Balvenie. Not just any scotch and not just any whiskey. It has to be single malt scotch, and it has to be Balvenie, at least 12 years old. That's the criteria. So, with that in mind, here's to you, Brian, and your retirement, and the new executive director. That is so smooth.
Well, Brian, congratulations on reaching the age of retirement. Well, it's hard to believe you finally reached that age. Okay, well, not that hard to believe, but you know what I mean. Because it seems like I've known you since you were a kid, and here you are, all set to retire. Listen to your instincts. Follow the lead of what Brian's done to this point. Listen to all of us, and it helps if you like to eat a lot. I mean, a lot. It helps if you like to, if you love, you really need to love to eat, because we do. It doesn't have to be Italian cuisine, because Brian taught us that pretty much anything that you cover with Alfredo sauce or some sort of meat sauce that's tomato-based becomes Italian in nature. The other thing that Brian loves to do is to really cultivate relationships with people. And we've developed relationships with people all over the nation that I never would have thought we'd have relationships with. One more thing. You ought to really try to come to Kansas City just once during your career. Oh, one more thing. It might help if you had an opportunity to read a book on the history of osteopathic internal medicine.
Greetings, everyone. Like many of you, I've been contemplating and thinking about Brian and his career with the ACOI and how he's approaching retirement. And I think back about how successful he's been with the ACOI and how how his skills have helped us mature as an organization. And I realize that it's really been his Italian heritage that has helped him through all of this. You know, Brian has the skill of a good Italian vintner who can recognize his vineyard, recognize the grapes that are out there, figure out which ones are the right ones for harvest, when they can be ready to serve the ACOI, and where to position them. You know, he's done that with a lot of us, to help us as board members to mature our skills, to develop as leaders, just like maturing a good wine. The one thing I don't get with all this, though, is where did the golf come from? Italians can't golf. How did you figure that out? It had to have come from your mom's side.
Apart from those more simple, mundane things like being an excellent communicator, an excellent person that works with others, an excellent person with forethought, insight, and experience, a person who creates, and a person who speaks very well. Those mundane things. I think the most important thing is that they have to know their way around a kitchen. To me, that's absolutely essential. It starts first with selecting the proper foods from the long list of options that are out there. Selecting the things that will fit best in the wonderful meal that we're going to prepare. Then comes the preparation. Every detail has to be prepared properly. And then to know the special spice that we can add that will liven it up and bring flavor out for others to enjoy. And then also the presentation, putting it out for us to look at and savor and enjoy, something that we know we can look forward to. All these things put together make you a really, really qualified person to lead an organization like the ACOI. And in any case, we got to eat, right?
So one of the factors we need in an executive director at the ACOI to take Brian Donadio's place is a person who is focused on precision. One of the main factors of an excellent golfer, as Brian has been, is to precisely take a ball with a driver and put it through that hole right up there at Arches National Park in Moab, Utah. So, got to be a golfer, got to be a man of precision.
Hey everyone, it's a real pleasure to have an opportunity to say a few words about Brian and his retirement. For me, it's been a real pleasure to work with Brian over the last 4 years at ACOI and just sink in and enjoy what a great leader he is. Great leaders show up, and you know you're working with a great leader when they get a whole bunch of stuff done and you hardly notice that they're there. They work in the background, and I work with a lot of organizations, and it's wonderful to see a leader like Brian who's been able to bring ACOI along and to such a good place that in order to move this organization forward, it's not about him, it's about the team. Good luck, and look forward to seeing you on the other side.
Yeah, right.
I heard the news that you were retiring. The first thing that came to my mind was, wow, very, very well deserved. I had the sincere pleasure of working for ACOI for 16 years, and my enjoyment of that was in large part to you, because you are absolutely wonderful to work with, and you did teach me a lot, so I thank you for that. So cheers and best wishes to you for a relaxing and amazing retirement, and I do sincerely hope that you enjoy your now permanent state of Happy Friday. So congratulations.
Brian, I have this great team building exercise for your retirement. No, just joking. Congratulations. Now you're going to have more time for wine, more time for golf, and more time for Hawaii. Best wishes and love to you and Ellen. Hope to see you in Sonoma sometime. Aloha.
Hey Brian, congrats on your retirement. I hope your days are full of fun, relaxation, and a lot of golf.
So I'm among the few who knew you before you joined the ACOI, the BB before Brian era. I do want to brag about my single incredible accomplishment at the ACOI. I introduced you to Susan. You're welcome. No boss will ever measure up. I really feel like you and Ellen became part of my family, and I will always treasure that. I want to applaud tonight who you are as a husband, a father, and a friend. The wonderful years you've spent how happy I am to have been part of your orbit, and I hope that I continue to be in the future. And I hope your retirement is filled with good health and happiness. And hey, now maybe you'll have a chance to work on your golf game. So good luck. Love you, buddy. Bye.
Congratulations, Brian, and good luck.
Hello, Brian. It's Joanna Hussey with greetings from Orange County, California. This has been a long ACOI journey for you over many years, including with the early staff of Michaeline and Valerie. Now it's time for you to start to enjoy more time with family, friends, and more golf. Thank you for all you've done to improve and advance the ACOI to where it is today in 2019. Congratulations.
Hello, and good evening. My name is Rabbi Don Ellenson, and I am the senior member of the Worldwide Committee of All Things Jewish. Today we are here to honor a very special person, Mr. Brian Donadio. Brian, we wish you health, we wish you happiness, and we wish you great, great love forever. Umain.
Hi, Brian. I hear you're retiring. I can't believe it. ACOI is not going to be the same. That said, you deserve it after dedicating many years to directing the ACOI. Here's to a successful retirement and lots of partying on the way out. Cheers, Brian.
Now, you don't want to overthink.
Not an issue.
Keep your head down.
Huh?
Pretend there's no one else here. And just go at your own pace. Wow, very impressive. You're a natural.
Another tree. Oh, well, hey, Brian, congratulations on your hard-earned retirement. Hopefully it's nothing but fairways and greens. And if it's not, just do what you gotta do.
Here are your pretzels and the extra large container of mustard that you specially requested.
Thank you. Why don't you join me?
Thank you.
Congratulations on your retirement.
Hi, I have a delivery for Brian.
Hi, come in, please.
Where would you like your boxes?
With the others.
Okay.
How are you doing today, good man?
Well, how are you?
I'm great. Can I pour you a glass of wine?
No, thank you. I'm on the job.
Okay.
Can I just get you to sign for this, please?
Sure.
All right. You have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Speaking of good day, let's get ready to go. Let's see. What wine should I pick out for me and Ellen? A little bit of Chardonnay. A little bit of Riesling. I think that'll take us through a few hours. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Hi, Brian. I've thought long and hard about what I wanted to do or say, which is very difficult after the wonderful job the staff did playing tribute to you. At first, I thought I would do a parody of To Sir with Love and say something like, how do you thank someone who's taking you from White Zinfandel to Pinot Noir? Pretty funny, I know. I'm not really a funny person. But then it got too mushy, and I'm not a mushy person, and you all certainly don't want to see me cry. So then I started thinking, what could I do to help you and ACOI? What I've done is take a few liberties and started the interview process, hoping we could save ACOI some money. I came up with the most perfect candidate. We've been here having a wonderful time, and I'm pretty certain you'll be good with hiring him full-time. I'd like to introduce you to the next executive director.
Mean? Welcome aboard, son. I got the job. I got the job! Woohoo! Only in America could I get a job.
So yes, I've called you out in front of all your friends. Brian is a Homer Simpson fan, which nobody can believe. Anyway, I wanted to say how happy I am for you that you're going to have this opportunity to play golf. And the one thing that came to mind, entrepreneur Richard Branson once said, train your employees so they can leave, but treat them well enough so they don't. And that's what you've done for all of us. Congratulations, and thank you for everything.